charge them. Anywho, what's up, guys?
Welcome back to another episode.
Two broke dudes.
Coming
talking about another dude who seems like he's broken the show. Anywho, we're gonna be talking about Daryl from the
Daryl Dixon.
Yeah.
Walking Dead. When are they going to introduce him in the comics?
I don't think they should. I think that should be an exclusive to the show.
But we had this conversation a long time ago, not on the show, but like outside of this, we had this conversation. Weren't they going to introduce him like over a year ago?
I'm sure it's still in talks because now that is a completely separate entity, and now it's it's bound to AMC, not to Robert Kirkman stuff.
Oh, so you think that AMC might pull like a "we have the rights" to this character?
Well, I mean, not that they would. They want the strong foundation of it, but I don't really see what Daryl would bring to the comic book series, especially now. Like, it's too far. Unless they make him, like, somebody else on somebody else's team, and, like, him and Rick fight. That would be a really cool thing. Like, it's like an Oddworld kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would be dope. But,
I mean, I don't know. The comics and the show are just so different now at this point. I mean, I guess, so, the comic books, they after they did the church, they went to the new city. Yeah, spoilers. If you guys haven't seen the show or read the comics, we're spoiling it. Deal with it.
Jesus.
So in the comics, they met the priest. They went to the church. Then they met the cannibals, and then they went to the kind of like safe city. That's where Negan's story came in, and Glenn got killed. In the show, they met the priest, and they met Abraham and everything. But then they diverted into like the Terminus area, which the Terminus people were kind of like the cannibals. But they like stretched out their story a lot, and
I feel there's not enough room right now
because the show is catching rapidly up to the comic.
Well, because they have to spend so much time trying to get the show where it needs to be, because the show is making an incredible amount of money compared to the comic book. The comic book made the foundation.
Oh yeah,
but media is so much.
But do you think the TV show is going to make a U-turn? And kind of so with the comic books here. They've gone kind of like branched off a little bit for the Terminus. Do you think they're going to skew back into it now, head into the city and go to Negan's story? Or do you think they're going to keep it going with just their own thing until eventually come back to the Negan story? Or
so the way the story went originally, this is the comic book story. Remember, right off the get-go, you start with Rick.
Yeah.
And this is the comic book story. Rick meets up with a group. They go to find Herschel. Mm-hmm. Then that story leads. In the show, they go to the CDC for the whole first season. Like, it was completely out there. Like, everybody was like,
that's right. I remember that. I remember watching the first season and thinking, what the hell is going on?
Because the first season was just like a tangent. Just kind of like our show. It's just always a tangent.
Yeah, dang, man. It's so weird to think back to that first season and how far they've come.
It was terrible, the first season.
Yeah, it was
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was like,
I kind of hope they do kill Glenn, though, eventually.
Really? Yeah. I hope they change it up and they kill somebody not Glenn.
Well, see, I hope they kill Glenn because the guy would be out of a job, but at the same time, it would be that Game of Thrones shocker. Like, could you imagine the talk to be like, holy crap, they just killed Glenn.
Well, they killed Andrea, they've killed...
Oh, which I didn't like. Like, I really don't like that they killed her, because I like that her and Rick are a couple now in the comics. Like, I
don't like Andrea.
In the comics,
no, she's
awesome.
Way different. No, in the comics she's cool, but in the show, she was terrible.
I think there's a part of me that kind of thinks I personally think they killed her off because no one liked her. Like, everyone I talked to, no one liked her.
She was like who was Walter White?
The wife.
It was like the wife. It was Skyler. She was like Skyler. She was meant to be like
just a bitch. Yeah,
meant to be the negative person that everybody sends their hate for.
Yeah,
but if you notice what they do in every show or every episode, they make you learn to hate the character, and then as soon as like you're about to hate the character, they make you find a reason to love them again, and then they kill them.
See,
like think about it, Merle. Remember when Merle died in the show?
Yeah,
you were like, "Oh, Merle, why don't they just kill him? Why don't they just kill him?"
And then he
comes back.
And he's cool because he's working with the governor. He's like, oh my god, the governor actually is mean. Or they kind of betray each other. And he's like, I'm going to go help them.
And then you're like, oh, Merle died. And now you feel kind of sad, especially when you see Daryl with the waterworks.
But see, that's the thing. Could you imagine if they killed off Glenn? That would be, like, I think the numbers of that episode that AMC would do would be just killer. Like, they already, they teased the death of someone big dies, which was Beth. Yet again, Beth isn't in the comics. So it's like, oh, she's big, but at the same time, whoop-de-doo. Like, to kill Glenn, like that would be just that would be massive. I remember when they first showed the teaser for the Terminus, there was a tease of in the trailer. People thought he was going to get killed because they had the scene where they were lined up on a curb.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. I was
everyone's
like, "Oh my god!"
That's everyone thought. And when the trailer was released, everyone's like, "Oh, oh my god, they're gonna kill Glenn off." You know, this is it. This is probably the introduction of Negan.
In the comic book,
nothing.
Maggie's got to get pregnant, or does she already have her? She was pregnant.
She's pregnant in the comics still.
See, Maggie's got to get pregnant first. Or better yet, they'll finally do what they should have done, and Glenn will get Maggie pregnant, and then Glenn will go through blistering rage when Maggie dies with the kid.
Ooh, you think that?
And then he'll die.
I don't think they would kill her off. I think because Maggie becomes a big person in the comics. Like,
yeah, she does.
She leads Hilltop. She becomes the leader of Hilltop and everything.
But it's all set to change. You know what I mean? I just feel like they're two separate entities at this point.
Yeah, at this point they really have. I mean,
did you hear about the new show that they're talking about doing?
The spinoff. That's supposed to take place in LA, right?
Yeah, finally get some West Side. It felt cooler in my head.
Okay. Well, I don't really know about that one. That one's
gonna be great.
What are they gonna call it? Walking Dead with a subtitle?
Walking Dead,
Los Angeles edition.
It's gonna be like a not Criminal Minds, NCIS.
Yeah,
L.A.
It's Walking Dead Los Angeles. Like I don't know. I mean,
a city of fallen angels.
I don't know what else.
Where the ocean
meets
the same.
I guess. I mean, the only way I can think of them doing something slightly different would be it's because they said it's going to focus on a new group of people, but it's not going to be like The Walking Dead, where I'm assuming it's that what they mean by this is how The Walking Dead is they're kind of traveling, like they're traveling along the East Coast in The Walking Dead, or, you know, the South. Yeah, and I'm assuming what they mean by that is in the West on this new LA one, they're going to be just in LA. They're not going to go anywhere. It's just going to be about their lives in LA. Maybe finding survivors, but at the same time living in LA. With
I just hope they go to Las Vegas. I think that'd be so cool if they went to Las Vegas.
That would be actually really cool.
Because I mean, it's the perfect opportunity to have some fun.
Yeah, that's for sure. But
I don't know. You guys tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us what you guys think about the show. I mean, we don't take us as we hate it. We love the show. We love the show. We love the comics. It's just
two separate things.
Anyways, like I said, let us know what you think. Maybe correct us. Maybe we got something wrong.
Very possible.
It's very possible. But like I said, like, subscribe, do the usual. Check out the videos that we already have. You know what to do. Take it, guys.
Oh my god.